in for another. We are in to witness another champion, Josiah Massey. Erasmus is the GBA super middleweight champion, the national super middleweight champion here in Ghana. And he comes into this fight with Felix Mankata. For Mankata's record, he's fought 13 times. He's won 8 of the fights, 7 by way of knockout. He's lost 5 times. And he made his debut, of course, in 2014. He's age 32. And for the super middleweight champion, the national middleweight champion, he has fought 11 times, won 10 times. 9 of the wins have come by way of knockout, and he's only tasted 1 defeat. Made his debut fight in 2017. He's a southpaw from Somenya here in Ghana.
Yeah, Prince's record looks quite, impressive for me. But then it's the bout, or the immediate bout, that's the most important in your career, and that's where you need to keep pushing. I believe we are going to witness some excellent boxing between these two fighters tonight. His last fight was just a couple of months ago, 3 months ago, where he retired Bernard Aite Tego. So he's quite experienced, and he knows how to retire his opponent. And maybe his opponent this time around should be very wary of who he's coming up against.
It's instructive to note that Felix Mankata is in the red and white trunk, and then the champion, the GBA super middleweight national champion, Erasmus Owu, is in the black and orange trunk. And there we go. Felix is 29 years old. Felix is 29 years old. 10 wins for the young chap, 1 loss. And this bout has picked up on a slow pace, but you are sure the tempo will increase with time. Felix Mankata indeed is an experienced boxer who made his debut in 2014, 3 years before
Prince.
Erasmus.
Exactly,
Prince.
and experience always counts, not all the time, but sometimes you need to rely on your experience, and I think that's what Mankata could be relying on in this particular bout. He knows that he's coming up against a very, very good boxer, in Prince Okoe, who has a decent record, 10 wins and just 1 loss. And you look at his knockout rate, and it's quite impressive. Yeah. 9 times out of the 10 wins, he's knocked out his opponent. So he is the man who doesn't want to go down the stretch, because maybe he doesn't have that endurance, maybe he doesn't have the stamina, so he tries to get the job done as early as he can.
Exactly. And I don't know why I kept referring to him as Erasmus. He's Prince Okoe. Erasmus is the man in white in the middle of the ring. That's the referee. So Prince Okoe, the gentleman in the black and orange trunk there, and he is the champion that we were referring to. Mankata sending in a great jab onto the left shin of Prince, but we are in for the last 30 seconds of the first round, and Felix has done well to hold the champion, and that's it. The bell goes for the first round. I haven't really enjoyed the first round. Josiah,
that was a quick one, a fairly quiet one, if you should ask me. Both fighters trying to be a bit tactical and reserved, and this one not trying to, throw caution to the wind. We've not seen that aggression we've seen in the previous bouts, but I believe that gradually they could warm themselves into this particular bout. Mind you, these boxers are quite experienced. One making his debut in 2014, that's for Mankata, and Prince making his in 2017. So relatively, they have a bit of experience and that their belt. So I believe that's what we are witnessing now. Not trying to rush it, not trying to force some mistakes from your opponent, but trying to just study how they are going about it and try to be tactical. And then when the chance comes or provides itself, you just pounce on it.
The second round already starting. Felix Mankata is up against Prince Okoe. Okoe weighs 173.3 pounds, and Mankata weighs 175 pounds. This is a super middleweight contest, non-title bout. Prince did not put on his title.
I don't think this the place to just risk it. Yeah. I believe.
Yeah. He's not ready to lose his national title at all. And good exchanges from both boxers. 1-2 combo. Nice uppercut from Prince. Just being effective at this point. And Felix, sensing the danger, has to clinch onto Prince.
Earlier we spoke about the fact that the tempo wasn't there the first round, but then gradually we are seeing, the best from these boxers. Gradually Prince is beginning to find, the weak link, the Achilles heel of his opponent, Mankata, and he's beginning to attack him when and where it matters.
Mankata trying to counter-attack now. Prince is good at his defense. And Prince, advantage of a long reach, is working in his advantage because of Mankata's height and his short reach. He has to be getting closer to Prince.
Exactly, and Prince is he's already down.
This is only the second round.
He's down, and that's the sucker punch we keep talking about, where you don't expect it, and it hits you so hard, and I believe he never saw that coming. The anticipation wasn't there, and that caught him off guard.
And he's been able to escape the counts. Felix, ready to soldier on. How long can he endure? That is the multi-million-dollar question. But Prince is not forgiving him at all. Working on his body, upper body, lower body, and then onto his chin. Prince guarding his face very well. Mankata clinching onto him. Referee does well to separate them. And there they go again. Prince working on the body of Mankata. And it's already looking like a one-sided bout. We know who. I know! Just when I was about to tell who.
He kisses it.
Oh, again. For the second time. Felix Mankata visits the canvas. But he's ready to get back on his feet. And escapes the count once more.
Dennis Prince has been a very, very smart boxer in this particular bout. You see him keeping his distance because he knows that he can use his reach to his advantage. So he keeps that distance, not trying to get very close to Mankata, but then unleashes that hook we saw over there. He keeps on, with the jabs, a couple of combinations before going for the hook itself.
Very devastating. But that should be some good news for the reigning GBA National Super Middleweight Champion, Prince Okoe. He's only aged 29 years and enjoying his life as a professional boxer. He has lost once in his career, but from the look of things, I'm not sure Mankata should be the one adding to Prince's losses this evening.
For this time around, I think I would have to go with you. Because the last time I bet against
you.
Go
with the Prophet.
Of course, I have to go with the Prophet.
Seer.
I'm going with the Seer. But then Prince looks like the most, he's been the most dominant in the first two rounds. He's just been dominant. He's exhibited what he's got in his skill set. I think his reach has really played to his advantage, keeping the distance and trying to take the jabs, bit by bit from afar.
Exactly. And Felix Mankata, what am I seeing?
The towel has been thrown.
Oh, already. Get us enjoying this, Felix. Come on, Felix. Come on.
I think it's finished. There's no more firepower in him. I think at this point, his cornermen, are signaling the referee that, hey, our boy is tired. He needs to go home and have some sleep.
And it was palpable right from the onset of the bout. Felix was only hanging on. But the question was, how long could he have hung on? And the answer is interestingly, only 2 rounds.
Yeah, and we spoke about the records of both boxers, and I think Prince has added one more win to his tally, making it 11 wins out of 12 fights, and 10 coming by way of knockout, and that's an impressive feat, you know, for such a young boxer.
So for Felix to be quitting this bout, it means that he also adds to his tally of losses.
Exactly, and that makes it 6 losses, and all 6 coming by way of knockout. He's not a man to take you down the stretch. He doesn't look like the man to take you there.
Anytime he's lost, it's by way of knockout.
Of course, so he gives up easily.
What must he be doing? What must he work on to improve his statistics?
I think it's the aggression and endurance for me. You need to be aggressive. You need to know when to counter punch. You need to know when to defend. And I think he left, you know, part of his chin, you know, bare, his face. And I think that was what Prince did. He just tried to work on his head, you know, his face, the upper body and lower body. He just tried to, you know, exploit every part of him. And I think it worked for him. He didn't allow his opponent any breathing space at all. And Mankata, maybe after this loss, he will need to reevaluate himself again and see what he's been lacking. I think it's the endurance for me and some stamina.
Yes. And I think that he needs to work on his body to get that endurance. And now, Josiah, you know what's running through my mind? There's something interesting that I've witnessed. That Ghana's super middleweight champion in the name of Prince Okoe, who just won it easily. And then Nigeria's super middleweight champion, Ezra, also won it easily.
Yeah,
and you know what I'm thinking?
No, it should be a bout between these two boxers.
Let's give it to them.
Exactly.
Let's give it to them.
I think they are age mates as well, 27. Quite a decent record. Unfortunately, Prince has got 1 loss on his record cards. But then with Ezra, he has a 100% record. But then it wouldn't be a